Welcome to Forge Sport TV. MIH is coming at you right now. Thank you for tuning in to Forge Sport TV. I am yours truly, the one and only SALUSA. And today we bring to you the showstopper. We've got game. My guests from left to right, Dr. Sneed, head coach Sneed, and Jaden Moise on the side, player. All right, so senior, ready to go. Gentlemen, how are we doing today?
I'm doing great.
Wonderful.
It is week 0. It's football season, and we're going to take a look at the top 12 games based on what we saw on results and what have you. It may not be the top 12, but we're going to bring in 12 games at least. All right, and we're going to take a look at it. Before we move on, allow me to say thank you to the sponsors that allow us to have this show. ESSI, Business Coaching, Taxes and Travel by Darlene, Economics Solution Services Incorporated, 561-877-4662. Tonico Insurance with France Tonico, Health, Life, and Annuity, 954-816-7872. Forge Sport TV, Halland Daphnis, 561-255-3909. Toati Bouteille La Via with yours truly, SALUSA, Remède Feuille, Remède Naturel, which means healthy tea for healthy you. All right? 561-686-4364. Palm Beach Christian Prep, your student from wherever, all around the world. We're ready to take them on and bring them academic success and athletic success. That's academic success and athletic success with Dr. Willie Sneed and yours truly, SALUSA BASQUIN. Shaping leaders for tomorrow, 561-722-0893. Palm Beach Christian Prep. Dr. Yvon Pétiot gave us backpack to give to the kids. Thank you very much, Dr. Yvon Pétiot. Dr. Kesnel Teus, physicals for all of our athletes. Thank you, Dr. Teus, for taking the time to do so. And back to ESSI, doing the what do you call it again? The stamping of all of our physicals. Notary Public. Darlene, special thanks. Maisy Poisson for grocery and your meat. 561-703-2586. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a great show for you. Stay with us. Let's go. Let's take it on. The game that everybody was probably going to be talking about, right? Glade Central, Dwyer, Pahokee.
Yep.
All right, let's flip the page here. Let's flip the page. Let's take a look at this. Glade Central, 62-13 versus Forest Hill. How do you guys feel about the game beforehand, and how do you feel about the game afterwards, Jaden?
Beforehand, I knew it wasn't gonna really be like a competition, because Glade Central is a school that has produced like
it looks like the team of the year. Forget the past. Yeah, we know Glade Central created Willie Sneed. Glade Central created SALUSA BASQUIN. Yeah, but Glade Central seems to be the team for the year.
Yeah, they seem like top contender to win a state championship because they always like produce great athletes, as you said, Willie Sneed and you. But I didn't expect the score to be 63-13.
Well, it's funny. I told you that. I had a conversation with the head coach from Forest Hill. Unfortunately, he was complaining, saying that he's not receiving players, and he's not recruiting, but he's not receiving a good feeder. He doesn't have a good feeder that's providing him with the proper athlete. So that's a big issue. The second team that we have to look at is Dwyer, coming straight from a state championship. So how did Dwyer do in this last one? Who did they play? We're going to take a look at them. But let's take a look at Pahokee before we do that. Pahokee and SALUSA, 19-13. Pahokee 19. SALUSA is going to walk out of there with their head swollen up, feeling great about this. And how do you guys feel about it?
It's not the same Pahokee.
It's not the same.
It's not the same Pahokee.
Come on, Coach. I mean, you're in the muck over there. You know these boys are still eating greens over there. So what's going on? Are we losing players because somebody's coming in and offering him, the dollars to move?
I think there's been a shift.
Okay.
Since the last coach that was a local guy.
Okay.
He's not there.
So they're losing that local touch.
Yes. Okay. Yes. And I think they're in the
and Glade Central went through that after you left.
Yeah, they went through it after I left.
Mm-hmm.
And now they appear to be back.
Yeah,
because the guy that's the head coach he's local.
He's local.
Yes.
He's Belgrade. He's a muck.
Yes.
He's a muck boy.
Yes.
All right, so that we might be looking forward to Pahokee having a return to the muck again.
Yeah. I think it's going to take getting someone back there locally that can identify with the kids in the community.
Jaden, SALUSA, you're here. These are guys that you played with, played against, in Little League, and now it's your turn. You're a senior, man. It's time for you to go. Colleges are looking at you, man. You're the guy. But let's talk about some of the guys that you played with. How do you see SALUSA here?
SALUSA is a pretty young team, Even after last year, the amount of seniors that had left SALUSA, they still have a pretty great amount of players. Like their running back, Deuce, he's a great athlete. He knows how to make the right reads. He knows how to shoot the gaps perfectly fine. He has 10 offers because of that. So I think with his leadership, and then my great friend Hoggy, he's a perfect receiver. He knows how to run his routes, crisp, clean. He knows how to get in between the defenders and knows how to read the zones. And he has a great ability.
And most of these guys, they have a rapport with one another. They have a rapport with one another. And one of my former students is over there, Kelsey, and I'm hoping he's still over there with them. Hopefully he didn't move. And if Kelsey is still there, they've got the speed on the inside.
They do.
All right. The game that I think everyone was probably expecting is Benjamin and Dwyer. Benjamin, private, always packed. Always recruit. Dwyer, public, always packed, always recruit.
Yeah.
But and also coming straight from. It's always hard to come back from a state championship year
or coaching change
or coaching change.
Yeah.
Dwyer is going through a coaching change, and the new Dwyer right now, according to you, is where? Where's the new Dwyer? Because
they're kind of in the middle of the pack because Benjamin. Eric Kresser, he's a Florida guy. He left.
Okay.
So whoever's in there did some recruiting.
Okay.
To be able to do that.
Benjamin 27, Dwyer 7. So Dwyer is not up there yet. But again, this is not week 1. It's not week 5. We've got to wait until week 5 before anybody could determine that they're the king of the hill. But right now, straight up looking at this, Glade Central looked like the king of the hill. They came out with 62-13. But wait just a minute. There is a baby growing. There's a baby growing, and that baby is growing quick and they're going tough. It's called Joaquin. Coming in with Joaquin Garcia. Coming in on top of Okeechobee. Okeechobee is not any team now. 52-6. To Okeechobee, something is wrong in Okeechobee, or something is right at Joaquin. Talk to me. What's going on at Joaquin?
What's going on? So Garcia, when the school first started, they lost every game, But after that, players started coming in, more and more players started coming in. Like the quarterback, Caleb, he used to go to Palm Beach Central, which is where I used to go to. He transferred in, and then once people saw that he started transferring in, then the way just started seeing more and more transfers. And then last year, they were on like a 5 or 6 game winning streak, and then they started versing like actual like well-crafted teams that like are coached well, that have the coaching abilities and the players. So that's when you. So
in your opinion, this may be the year that we see a different Joaquin.
Yeah, this is the year we'll definitely see a different Joaquin, especially since 90%.
Is Caleb a senior this year?
Caleb's a senior. I think they have like 10 seniors, but like majority of the team like the starters are like juniors and sophomores.
So they also have the future being prepared right now.
Yeah, they have the future.
Coach, Joaquin Garcia versus Okeechobee. Okeechobee, as you remember, when we were young, always had those tough teams. South Fork, also same thing, because their community was one just like similar to that of Belgrade, where you have everybody growing up, going to the same elementary school, going to the same middle school, going to that one high school. Everything from the whole city goes into that one place. So athletes is not an issue. What's going on here? What do you think?
Well,
what do you think's happening?
On both sides with Okeechobee, their programs kind of died off a little bit.
Okay.
And it's no fault of their own. It's just you have people that move in and out of the area because it's isolated. Like Belgrade, you get a lot of boys that leave Belgrade. The closest places they can go to is Seminole Ridge, Wellington, Palm Beach Central. Because you remember back in the day when Palm Beach Central opened, they were not good.
Yeah.
Most of their players came from Glade Central. In that shift, when I left, a lot of boys came over this way. And what I'm saying with Joaquin, they're like the new West Boca.
And Joaquin is centrally located where the boys from Royal Palm are looking for something new, they'll jump there.
Right.
Palm Beach Central is looking for something new, they'll jump there. Wellington's looking for something new, they'll jump there. Wait, John I. Leonard is looking for something new, they'll jump there because these students from John I. Leonard, they're all right there within a mile radius from them. And then last but not least, on Jog Road on the south end, the high school. No, not John I. No, the track habit south of south of Hypoluxo, north of Gateway. But we'll come back to that in a minute.
But West Boca is getting a lot of the players off the border.
Okay.
From Broward. So that's how they came up. But before then, it was them Olympic Heights out that way.
Out west.
Yes. So Olympic Heights didn't get those players. West Boca did. And that's where you've seen the shift with West Boca with that program winning the state championship.
And Joaquin also have the middle school right next to it. Right next to that middle school is an athletic middle school that for Woodlands. That's an athletic middle school right there. So everyone, there's a lot of speed coming out of that school, a lot of talent coming out of there. So let's look forward to Joaquin Garcia being a tough one. Royal Palm Beach, South Fork. The next game, South Fork fell 35-2. What?
That was unexpected. The score was unexpected. I was expecting South Fork to at least come out and win the game, or at least like for it to be a close game, like Royal Palm to come on top. But at the same time, Royal Palm has also been getting a whole bunch of transfers. They got the running back from Wellington. They got a whole bunch of receivers. They also got some players from Palm Beach Central just transferring over there. It's transferring over there to like make a whole new scene. That's why. So
transfers play a great role. Yeah. Coach, you lost a lot of players last year. Let's go to Palm Beach Christian Prep. You lost a lot of players last year, but some of your players right now are making waves on different parts of the county. Atlantic came out 29-28, and some of your players are right there at Atlantic, and they're playing there. Joaquin, you lost. No.
SALUSA.
Where did you lose?
Palm Beach Central.
SALUSA.
Palm Beach Central.
But definitely Atlantic.
Yep.
You had about two of them, and two of the top players. But let's look at this game. That was probably the game of the night. 29-28. Atlantic. Not to any other team. It's Palm Beach Central. Some of your players went to Palm Beach Central as well. So last night, if there was a game that we could go and say, hey, this was Palm Beach Christian Prep preparing for some of these teams. This was the team right here. That would tell you where Palm Beach Christian Prep should have been this year. But how are you guys feeling looking at this game right here?
Well, for me, it's great marketing for the school.
Yeah.
Because you could come to a school And if you didn't get better and you went somewhere else and you did worse, that means that wasn't a good school to go to. But if you go to a school and you get developed and you get prepared and understand and know how to play the game, and if it's like with the NIL today, you got guys that go to like FAU, he comes from a small school, does extremely well. The coach at FAU says you need to go to Florida if they offer you money, but it's always the foundation. Where did the foundation?
Did you have the foundation?
Yeah, every player that you all mentioned, that Jaden mentioned, you know, a lot of their exposure came in the Saints uniform, and it just built from there.
Jaden, you got to see this game from firsthand. You got to see this game, and I know in your heart you were rooting for both teams. And it went first overtime, second overtime. You're like, oh my God, this is beautiful, right? How did you feel looking at this game, Atlantic versus Palm Beach Central?
Really.
And oh, by the way, you came from Palm Beach Central. We gotta bring that in too.
I was more biased. I was more biased for Palm Beach Central to win because I came from there, but that game was like the definition of football. The energy, the emotions, all of that was just jammed right there in that game. As Pastor Sneed said, a whole bunch of players who came from Palm Beach Christian that went to Central or Atlantic, they all developed. They all are known across the county. They all are committed to schools, and they were just like playing like, it was like, even though it is their last game, but like it's their last game to like live, like that's all they had to live for.
They were playing, although this is not even their first game, first regular season game. They were playing as if this was their last game.
They were playing.
And if you're a player out there, if you're a parent out there, you have your child is playing. If there's a lesson that you need to remember, teach your children to play every game as if it is their last game. Play with the energy. Enjoy that game as if, you see me, when I come here, every time I come, I've got to bring in the energy. Because I know this may be the last time that you watch me. Everyone out here watching, maybe this may be the last time you watch me. Nonetheless, I'm going to tell you right now, tell 3 friends to tell 3 friends to tell 3 friends. Get hooked on 4Jaspo TV because we're coming hard, we're coming strong. We've got game, and we're going to be here every week bringing you the best of what happened in the last week. All right? Stay with us, stay tuned, and let's move on to the next game. Fort Pierce Central 36, Merritt Island 16.
That was a surprise. Merritt Island has been pretty good. My best friend, who's a head coach at Holy Trinity, was a hometown guy, and he led them to the state championship a couple years ago before he took the job at Holy Trinity. Okay. But what he said was what Jade said. He's a former guy, played with Jimmy Johnson, won multiple national championships.
That beautiful year.
Yeah, that year.
Beautiful years.
Played in the NFL and brought that to Merritt Island.
Okay.
Because Merritt Island was dead, but he got them to a state championship. They wound up losing to Miami Northwestern.
Now, looking back at the Atlantic versus Palm Beach Central game, you're a coach, I'm a coach. We know that this game was not a player's loss. Both teams won here, but the coach's loss. Palm Beach Central's coaching cost this game. There was one simple decision. 1 point is a simple decision. It's a coaching game. All right. I'm not saying that the Palm Beach Central coach is worse than that of Atlantic, but in that game, Palm Beach Central did not make the right decision, and Atlantic had to make that one right decision, which brought them up by 1 point.
I think that's kind of been the Achilles heel with Palm Beach Central. A couple of years ago, I watched them play Apopka. Apopka is not a passing team. I know the head coach from Apopka, and I sat and watched that game, and it was like the whole second half, like the last 4 to 6 minutes, they just kept pounding. The quarterback threw a screen outside and it hit the ground.
Wow.
So they said, we're not doing that no more. So they kept running, but what Palm Beach Central did, they got very conservative on defense, and they let Apopka back in the game, and they wound up winning the game. That was a game that they should not have lost. When I look at that score right there, it was the coach from Atlanta decided to go for 2.
Yeah.
It's a gut check. When you playing a game that tight, you got to be aggressive.
You got to be aggressive.
You got to trust your guys to say, okay, who's here that I can count on to get it done. But that's kind of in my experience watching Palm Beach Central. Some of the games that they lost in playoffs, it was a judgment call down the stretch. But that game that I was just talking about against Apopka at Palm Beach Central, that was a game they shouldn't have lost. That game should have been done, but they let them back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we promised you that we're going to bring you 12 games. What happened in the other game? Cypress Creek 45 to 36 versus the Legacy. Cardinal Newman 41-6. Whoa, that one needs to be come back to. We're going to come back and take a look at it. We talked about Pahokee. We talked about Royal Palm Beach. Spanish River 36 to Palm Beach Garden, 35 to Palm Beach Gardens 20. Let's talk about this one. We're also going to talk about Jupiter Christian versus Nova Southeastern, 42 to 28. That is all the scores for the week. But let's talk about Spanish River versus Palm Beach Garden. What's happening at Spanish River that is different today? What's happening at Cardinal Newman today that is also different versus Boynton?
Well, I think I agree with Jay. Spanish River is a staff turnover.
Okay.
They got a guy in there that has a reputation for working with young people and producing results. And most players, they're going to follow someone that has a record, that has a notoriety, because that's why you're seeing all the transfers. They're going to a place where they feel like someone can help them get to the next stage. So sometimes it takes one guy to go there, and then before you know it, everybody else is going there as well.
Okay.
But Spanish River was never really relevant. So that tells me that there was a staff turnover. Something happened at the school where players.
Cardinal Newman is getting to be relevant now. It's 41-41, Boynton 6. What's your take on that?
They're just getting a whole bunch of kids from Broward. That's pretty much it. They're just recruiting. They're just recruiting the players.
They can do that because they're private. Just like Palm Beach Christian Prep, we're private. Wherever you are, if you're in Broward County, you're looking at this and you want a good spot for your kid. Guess what? You have two wonderful coaches right here. And on the kicking side, I know there's no one else that can do what I can do when it comes to kicking, punting, special team, you name it, field goal. We're gonna take the points from you with that one. Also, whether you're coming from Martin County, you're coming from Orlando, it don't matter where you're coming from. As long as you have housing here in Palm Beach County, we welcome you to Palm Beach County with Palm Beach Christian Prep. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our show for the week. We've got game, and by the way, this is the man to look forward to. What should we look forward to? Jaden, what should we look forward to with your season?
Really just me being me just showing out during my games, not through what I say, but the actions that I do, and like me being a leader for the younger people on the team as well.
This week we're heading out to Wellington. To Clewiston. So we're heading out to Clewiston. Clewiston is not any team. What do you expect out of Clewiston?
Clewiston's not really a passing. They're not really a passing team. They're more of like a run. They're more of a running team. So we're expecting like the linebackers and like our linebackers and our defensive line to like really like do their job. And for like when they do pass the ball, it's mainly like screen passes. So I'm expecting our corners to make a lot of plays, to even have like 2, maybe 3 interceptions and return them to the house. Now, when it comes to the offensive side, they're also more prepared for the run than they are for the passing game. So we should be able to abuse at least one of the other sides of the passing game, so we can just keep on going. Because once something works, you don't want to fix it. So we just keep on abusing the passing game until they try and do something. Then that's when we start to hit them with the runs. So now they're all confused. Now they're confused because now they know we can run the ball and we can pass the ball. So they have to make decisions. They have to make like business decisions on how to stop us, and that's how simple mistakes can cost a game. So once they start scrambling on what to do, then that's when we got it.
Coach Willie Sneed, your pass, real quick, and within a minute, can you tell everyone who's Coach Willie Sneed and what can they expect from you at Palm Beach Christian Prep with the Saints?
Well, first of all, from Belgrade, went to Glade Central, won my first state championship there. Then went to Michigan the next year, won my second state championship there. Came back here to Florida, won another state championship. Put a lot of guys in school. I think the biggest thing for me is prepare young men like Jaden and other seniors that we have to give them the best opportunity to be successful. but it starts with a football mindset. And one of the things about our guys, they will be prepared, just like a lot of the young men that we talked about today that are playing with other teams. They're doing well, and we're happy about that because it means that the time that they spent with us, they were able to gain some knowledge from me, my son, who's 11 years in the NFL. You just can't get that.
And not only they're prepared athletically, but they're prepared academically to go anywhere else to set the tone, to say, hey, I'm ready to get on the field and not be left behind.
Right. And that's a good thing to close this out. Academically, we just got their test scores that they took at the end of last year. And the year before, we were in the maybe 55, 60% percentile. But this year, them that took the test were like between 85 and 90%, which means they're college ready.
This week, one of the top football players, Martin from Dwyer, got himself in trouble, and this is what we've been talking about to every parent, every child. Ladies and gentlemen, please be aware that there are eyes that are out there looking out for your child to get you in trouble. Not that they're getting you in trouble, but you're getting yourself in trouble. So stay out of the trouble. Stay away from the cameras. Stay away from the stores. You don't need the store. You don't have the money in your hand. Don't go in there. Do not allow your temptation to carry you out. All right? Burglary. What else? Fraud. Theft. He racked up quite a bit, and it's hard. It's hard to see a young man who happens to be a senior who could have carried his team and would have made a difference at this game, Benjamin versus Dwyer. He would have made a big difference, but he wasn't there. I'm hoping that they will give him a second chance to go back on the field. He's a child. He made mistakes. A lot of people made mistakes. We probably didn't make the mistakes because of where we were growing up.
Yeah.
And in Belgrade, we always tell people, listen, Belgrade is a home for all of us. All of us, we're all one. My parents see you, your parents see me. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? The parents were looking out for each other. The community was a tight ditch. Palm Beach Christian Prep, this is what we have. 150 maximum students. And we have student athletes. The student comes first. The athletes comes next. We're waiting for you. Join us. We've got game every week. Tell 3 friends to tell 3 friends to lock on 4J Sports TV, and we're going to bring the game straight to your doorstep. Thank you very much for tuning in, and that was our show for the week. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you.
Thank you.